King back with another video. I said we was gonna be consistent and we own that. I go to the gym 4 days a week. I do 2 videos on my days that I'm supposed to shoot my content. It's nothing to it but to do it. Yes. But enough about me. Let's get into this video.
And $5. As a single mother, do you believe you deserve a man in the top percentile? And if so, why would that man want you? So all of y'all single moms besides one. So show of hands. Do you think you deserve a man in the top percentile? Now let me tell you what the top percentile is. The top percentile is, let's go with height, just 6 foot. If you want a man that's 6 foot or above, that's only about 15% of the population, or it could be even less than that. If you want a man to make 100K minimum, that's about 10%. You looked it up recently? Okay, so yeah, it's 10% of the population.
In the U.S.,
Yeah.
100K.
So with that being said,
Kids or no kids?
well, that's the
No,
thing.
the men,
If
the
he
men,
has-
the
if
men.
he- if
Kids
the
or
men
no
have
kids.
kids.
Okay, so I didn't understand the question then.
Well, if the man has kids or if he doesn't have kids, regardless of that, only 10% of men make, 100K.
Okay,
Yeah, so that's what it is. So now the question is, now since you know what the percentile is just based off of height, because that's what's important to, and based off of income, because that's what's really important. So as a single mother, if you want a guy that's in the top percentile,
Do you think you deserve
do you think you deserve that man? So show of hands, do you think you deserve a man in the top percentile? Show of hands. We got one.
No.
Got 2, 3. Oh, we got 4. Okay, 4. Oh, we got 5. Okay. And you're the only one. So you're the only one I said that you don't think you deserve. I'm going to get to you last.
Okay.
For the ladies that, now the question is, for that man, deserve a man in the top percentile? And if so,
Why would that man want you?
okay, if so, why would that man want you? Okay, let's start here. So you think you deserve him. Why would that man want you?
Well, for one, because I'm a very good mother. I'm not a perfect mom.
Why the fuck does that matter? Before they even start what they got to say, even if a woman don't deserve something, she feel like she deserve it. Like, it's literally women who feel like it's literally women who have done nothing for a man or even the man they're dealing with and feel like that man should give them the world, even though she has done nothing to earn that, nothing to show this man she deserves the world.
A very good mom, so I think.
But what does that have to do with him?
Because I think that shows a lot about my character. And why do I think I deserve it? Because I believe that.
Well, wait, time out. That doesn't show that. So if you are a single mother, you being a good mother, that doesn't show that you have good character, because single mothers normally don't have good character, generally speaking, because they chose the wrong man, meaning that they normally broke up the relationship. They initiated the breakup. So they show single moms show the worst characteristic traits, to be honest. I'll explain why. Because if they had good characteristic traits, they would be with the baby father. They would have chose a man that's worthy of them to have a good kid with, and they would stay with that man. Furthermore, they would see that, okay, if I leave this...
I can't agree with that. I think it does say something about you because you chose. I don't think it's say that you have bad characteristics, but it does say you have bad judgment because you saw. Everybody's situation is different, because a lot of women say that he was acting one way, and then once we had the baby, yada yada yada, he start acting another way. With us men, it's different. A lot of these women that end up having these babies, these men didn't want these babies. And we would tell them, like, hey, I don't want a kid with you, but she'll still keep it. I know y'all gonna say, hey, you lay down with her, you decide not to wear protection and all this other stuff. All that's true, but I wasn't looking to have a baby. With a woman, it's different. You got pregnant. You knew you was pregnant. You sat there for 9 whole months and kept that kid. They have all kind. They have the morning after pill. They have clinics. They have all kind of ways for you not to have that kid. And you sat there for 9 months. And then after them 9 months, even if like you're a religious, spiritual woman and you didn't want to, unalive the kid, the baby, you felt like it deserved to live, you could have gave it away. You had all these different ways not to have the baby, or even if you did have the baby, to bless somebody else with the baby and you cap it. Men and women, that's different. Like, I don't believe at no point in life that a man can trap a woman with a baby. I do feel like women can trap a man with a baby, because if let's just say I'm a single man, even though I'm married. Let's say if I get a chick pregnant and I want to keep the kid, but she don't want the kid, we're not having that kid. So if we're not having a kid because you don't want the kid, there's no way I can trap you. But let's say, we just messing around, we link up when we link up, and then you end up pregnant, in this scenario, I'm still a single man, and you end up pregnant, and I don't want the kid, but you do want the kid. You is the one who decided if the pregnancy comes to full term or not. So men can trap you. Women can only trap men.
Man, then my daughter or my son would be without a father. And we know that a child without a father leads to more degeneracy.
My 22-year-old self would kick myself in the face for ever, picking the man that I chose to have a child with.
Okay, so I just wanted to let you know that when we see a single mom, we don't see good character, even if she can claim that she's a good mom. We see terrible mom.
Oh, I can't wait to answer this. Yeah, I do agree with that to a point. But I think because
I don't see terrible mom, but I do see terrible judging character. You had a baby with this fucking asshole. This was who you wanted to start a family with, to start a life with. I do see, I can't trust her judgment all the time, because clearly it's fucked up. Look who the hell she had a kid or children with.
He is very high, and I believe that if he is a very good man and he provides for me and he loves me and he loves my child, because that is my child, then he deserves every ounce of respect and loyalty. Like I said, I would worship the ground that Tyrone walked on.
He should deserve that without doing that, Why do it take for him to have to take care of your grown ass and your child by another man for him to deserve respect and loyalty? He could just be your man and don't take care. Let's just say y'all in a relationship and you live your life and he live his life, and he don't take care of your grown ass. He pay his own bills. You pay your own bills. Y'all live separate. He still deserve respect and loyalty. It shouldn't be because he take care of you and your kid.
Because what I'm willing to bring to the table for you is worth I respect you, I admire you.
Okay, let's get to her. What's your take on it?
Regardless whether or not I'm a single mother, I'm able to do everything else, whether or not I have a baby or not. I still can be a great wife, even if I have my kid have nothing to do with my quality as a wife.
No, what single mothers show is that you're selfish because you prioritize yourself over the kid. If you prioritize the kid, you would have worked through thick and thin to keep that relationship with the father.
Why does the responsibility has to fall on me? Just because I'm a female? What if the guy was the one?
Generally speaking, right? Generally speaking, most women initiate breakups and divorces. So what is it? 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. So they're breaking up a family. So they're removing the father from the home by their own feelings. So they only prioritize how they feel. You're selfish. Generally speaking, y'all single moms, y'all are selfish freak out.
What about men though? For example,
we know men do bad things.
This the past, That's all I said. My iPad, my phone about to die, so give me a quick second, quick intermission. Put up the charger. Hopefully this charger works. Of course not. office is a sore spot. Okay, it was, then it wasn't, you know. Actually, it said it's, okay, no, it is. Let's see what happened. It said I'm on 15%, so definitely enough time to finish this video, I believe.
Oh my God, men do bad things.
What I'm saying is, for instance, I feel like there's this thing in society that we are blamed because of the men that we choose. Sometimes we are deceived. Sometimes we meet a person and we think, oh my God, this guy's gonna be such an amazing father, and they turn out to be completely AH.
So who has to take blame? The deceiver or the deceived?
The deceiver, because he knew that
So
he wasn't.
should the
prepared.
deceiver take all the blame?
No.
Should the deceived
other
take
person
some
should
blame?
Take some blame, of course. Because for example,
Okay, so that's accountability.
you do something and I have reaction to it, right?
Yeah.
Right? Then I am part of the problem because I have reaction to it. It's gonna be always gonna be both of our fault. But I feel like the deceiver, the person that made the mistake, should be held more accountable. So why does the blame falls on women for leaving when it wasn't the right situation in the first place?
Yeah, so
Maybe I am
when
selfish because I'm taking care of my kid. I'm making sure that my kid doesn't get raised in a bad environment.
well, the worst environment is for a kid to be raised in a single mother household. Statistics show that single mother households leads to juvenile delinquents. It leads to most of men are in prison came from single mother households. Most of the school shooters came from single mother households. Most of the degeneracy that you see in the gang violence in Chicago and Newark, New Jersey, and all of these areas around the world, in LA and things like that. These are, areas where there's no father figure in the home because the woman kicked the man out the home. She married the government via welfare, was like, oh, let me get this government check. Or if not that, she just chose the wrong man. Like, you got power. You choose who you give your sex to. Power, right? You have power. You choose which man you're going to have a kid by. You got power. You get to choose if you can, terminate the baby or not. You got so much power, but you still make poor decisions with your power. So when I see a single mom, right, I see a woman that made all the wrong choices and only prioritized how she feels. She's selfish.
Will you ever date a single mom?
I mean, single moms need love too. They can get a little. They can get a little recreational use only sometimes.
Wow. You believe that single moms are damaged? Are damaged good?
Well.
Come on, Cooler. You gotta keep it a bang, man. You with a woman. You with a single mom. You with right now. From my knowledge of what I seen, you with a woman who had 2 kids. I believe you had a daughter before y'all met. And then y'all had a kid together, and she's currently pregnant. So you would date a single mom, You gotta be all the way real, man. My wife was a single mom when I met her, and I was a single dad, I feel like if you're a single mom or you're a single dad, you should date somebody with a kid, because they'll understand you better. I don't feel like people without kids should date people with kids.
Damaged goods, I believe that. I mean, she just said it right there. What'd she say?
That she believes that single moms are damaged.
She just said yes, that single moms are damaged goods.
Of course we are.
Yeah.
And why
Damage.
why do you say single moms are damaged goods?
Where's my camera? Not focusing here.
So why do you say single moms are damaged goods?
Because if we're single mothers, we obviously, I don't know about, y'all, but we go through the ringer. Like, I don't want to get too involved in my...
Yeah, listen, I got you. Listen, single moms, to answer your question directly, like I said...
I don't think it's a bad thing.
Recreational use only.
No.
Do you guys know what that means?
Are you serious?
Recreational use only. Especially if you up in your ages in your 30s. Recreational use only.
Do you mean like hit it and quit it?
Recreational use.
Recreational use only meaning you won't use any for sex, that's it.
Recreational
Is that
Single mother?
Recreational use.
Even
Can we
if
go around?
I don't think so. I can't agree with that. There are some good single moms. There are some ain't shit ass single moms. Single women, moms, whatever. You at the end of the day got to get to know a person. You can't just put all women, all single moms in a category. That's just something I can't agree with. One, he don't agree with that himself. That's why he was answering around a question when they said, would you date a single mom or whatever? Because he's currently with one. You know what I mean? They're in a relationship and they have a child together now. But yeah, right, yeah, can't even say the word. Just to sleep with her and that's only it. Nah, I can't agree with that. Can't. Because there's some good single moms out here who handle their business, who on their shit, you know, who want you because they want you, but they don't need you, which is a good thing, you know. She's I forgot the word. Um, I don't want to say independent, but yeah, I think y'all know what I'm trying to say. Shit, I can't even remember what I was trying to say.
We gotta get to y'all.
Even if
I'm
she
waiting
needs
so
all the
patient.
time,
My
she needs
God.
to be a good
Okay,
wife.
time out. Let's reverse it real quick to you.
All right.
What is broke guys good for?
Sex.
Recreational use only.
But
Oh my God. A broke guy compared to a single
Can't compare
mother?
a
What you
broke
talking
guy to
about?
a single mom.
No.
That's false.
very-
That's
very-
no,
No,
you cannot.
because-
Because
Go ahead.
someone
let you
who's
speak.
broke, okay? If you're broke as a male, you have the opportunity to level up, but you're not wanting to. As a single mom, you don't know what I had gone through. And sometimes we don't even choose to be a single mom. It's like she said. The men, nowadays, I don't even tell a man. Like if I'm meeting somebody,
just choose
I
it.
do not tell someone what I want from them because they're gonna act exactly how I'm telling them,
Yeah.
right? So I don't do that anymore. A man shows you that he's something, right? You get to know him. You have a kid by him, and when you're saying that we're choosing to
Okay,
have a kid
let's
by
pick
him,
one point by point. Every
Well-
point you made. So let's go with your
You're definitely choosing to have a kid by him. I mean, you're definitely choosing to have a kid by him. No matter if you've been bamboozled or not. You chose to have a kid by him. You could have waited and actually got to know him. And I know people who've been in a relationship for 5 years and ain't had a kid yet. You know, by 5 years, you know who that person is, and you know if you actually want to start a family with them, and you know you won't be bamboozled. But women be so quick to do everything so fast. Okay, we've been talking for 45 days. We should be in a relationship now. Okay, we've been in a relationship for 6 months. We should be living together now. Okay, we've been in a relationship for a year now. I should be pregnant by now. Okay, we've been in a relationship for 2 years. We ain't had a kid. I should be married by now. Like, bro, let shit play out. Take time. They always say you ruin something by moving too fast. That's a lot of women want to move too fast. Yeah.
number one. Let's go with number one.
Gotcha. Your first point was, you don't choose to be a single mom. So I already, if you heard what I explained to her,
And there's a lot of women who have babies by deadbeats, by dudes who ain't shit. So at that point, you are choosing to be a single mom. Because y'all never had a relationship. You don't even know him as a person. So you don't know what kind of health problems, what kind of issues mentally he come with that could be passed on to your child. Two, he's never treated you right. He never showed you that he was a good man. He never showed you that he was good to you. He was kind of iffy, but you messed with him because you liked how he made you feel or whatever. He never showed you that he was a provider, he was a protector, he was a leader, which is all great qualities of a man and of a father. He never showed you any of these things, yet you still had a child with him. You chose to be a single mom.
you choose to be a single mom.
How?
So
How
what I'm
so?
saying is, a man can't have sex with you unless you grant access to sex.
All right, but I granted.
Let me finish real quick. Let's just walk through it step by step so you can understand the logic, right? We got to think linear, right? We got to
Right.
think straightforward,
Right, when
not
you're married
scattered.
to somebody and you're having sex, you're choosing to give that person your body.
Let me finish.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Let me finish. Women choose who they have sex with.
Yeah.
So since you choose who you have sex
You're having
with,
sex with your husband.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and then things in the relationship happens.
Change.
Let's
Shit
say
happens.
it changed.
Uh-huh.
Things happen.
Right.
Lives sometimes,
Exactly.
right? Then, well, who normally breaks up with the relationships? We're
It all
going based
depends
off
on
of
the
statistics.
situation.
But
It
we're
all
going
depends
based.
Majority of the time, women, I'm not even talking about their situation. I'm just speaking. when on this one question, who usually break up the relationship? Majority of the time, it's going to be a woman who breaks up the relationship because women will literally get into a relationship and see it in it. They would get into a relationship and then in their head they would say, "This is not going to last long." Men don't agree to be in relationships. Men don't get in relationships unless they think that this relationship is going to last long term. A woman will literally get into a relationship and be like, I get it 6 months to a year. Like literally in their fucking head will say that they own relationship not going to last. Men don't get in relationships if they feel like it's not going to last. Well, then why even get into the relationship? I can just deal with you and other women for 6 months to a year and be like, you know what we had is over. Hi, I'm done. You know, that's a woman mindset of getting into a relationship and also seeing it in. Oh, I thought I was only gonna be with you for like a year or two. It's 20 years later. You're like, damn, what the hell? How did you view me when we got together? You only thought we were gonna be together for a year or two. We 20 years later, 3 kids, 2 mortgages, 4 cars. We built a whole life together.
Of the generalities, women initiate 70 to 80% of divorces, and not only that, even if we're not talking.
If a man leaves you, ladies, if a man leaves you, you gotta be a bad woman. You gotta be a bad woman. Men are simple, and men are simple. We rarely like change. And men is not leaving something that's good for them or someone that's good to them. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Marriages, have y'all ever been broken up with before? Show of hands, who's been broken up with? Maybe one of y'all. 2 of y'all.
Say again?
3 of y'all.
What was the question?
If I've broken up with somebody?
No.
Okay, put it like this. How many times, just show of hands, and think you can sit down too. Show of hands. How many times has a man broken up with you?
It count.
Well, let's go with you. How many times has a man broken up with you? Was it just one man? 2 men? How many?
No.
How many?
None.
None.
Zero.
So no men broke up with you.
Right.
How many men have you broken up with?
All of them.
A little bit, a lot, what?
How many men have you broken up with?
It has been a mutual
No,
understanding to the breakup.
listen. How many men have you broken up with?
Shit didn't work out.
No, that's not the
You know what
question.
I mean?
How many, I got you, Ease. How many men have you broken up with?
4.
You proving my point right there.
No, I
so
didn't.
you choose the man to have sex with, and then you break up with them. You
Because
are the problem. This is why you're a single mom,
Also-
because you broke up with these niggas.
So you're saying that us as women, we're supposed to just stay there and
One,
what?
you need to serve.
I'm not gonna say that you just supposed to stay there, but there are a lot of men who just stay there. There are a lot of men who say, you know what? I married this chick. I had kids with this chick. I got this mortgage with this chick. I got these bills with this chick. That's why a lot of men, that's where the phrase comes, it's cheaper to keep her with. They say, I did all this stuff with this chick. Even if my mental health is fucked up and I'm miserable, I made this bed. I'ma lay in it. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. But she asked, you think that we just supposed to stay there? I'll never forget. One of my supervisors at my old job, he said, me and my wife been through since our kids was like 8 or 9. And they broke up literally when they had 3 boys. They broke up literally right after their youngest boy graduated high school. He said, I'm done. I did everything I needed to do. We've been done. We've been done for over 10 years. But he kept the family together because he said this is the bed he made. He's going to lay in it. That's 10 years of his life, 10 plus years of his life he will never get back. But he said, I had these kids with this woman. I paid these, she was like a stay-at-home mom, and he paid all the bills and stuff. And he said, I provided this lifestyle for this woman. So while my kids are kids, I'm going to keep doing that. Even though he was miserable. He was miserable. He didn't care. He didn't care about it because as a man, a lot of times you don't really care about how you feel. You know, you this is what need to be handled. This is what need to be done. My sons need to be led. My daughters need to know what a real man look like. These bills need to be paid. I need to make sure that the the wrong people is not coming around my kids. That bad influences is in my kids' life. And if I have to give up 10, 20 years of my life, so be it. I will. You know? Because I'd rather give that up and fight like hell for my kids to be good to great and have an amazing life than to say, you know what? I love my kids to death, but my happiness come first. Men happiness to them come last. A lot of women, they happiness come first. And this is why they don't mind breaking up the family, breaking up the relationship. Because soon as you not making her happy, gotta go. And that's not every woman, but it's a lot. And that's why a majority of the women break up with the men. Men don't care about their happiness. You don't see men every birthday, oh, I gotta celebrate. I gotta go to Dubai. I gotta go to Mexico. I gotta go here. I gotta go there. I gotta have a big ass dinner with everybody coming to celebrate me. And that. My happiness come first. You don't see it, man. Oh my God, my birthday messed up. My outfit didn't come. The shoes don't fit. You barely see a man celebrate himself. Men don't care about their happiness. Men care about handling business. Can I provide for the ones I love? Can I protect the ones I love? I told my kids I was going to do this and I'm going to do it. I told my wife this shit is handled and she don't have to worry about, and it's handled. She don't have to worry about. That's what men care about. They don't care about their happiness. Yeah. Like literally, if a man has a woman who go above and beyond, that could bring that man to tears. Because a lot of times there's not going to be no woman in that man's life who go above, no person, fuck a woman, no person who go above and beyond for that man. So if he have a woman that does that, that can bring a man to tears. You know, a man is lucky if he had a good mom. I had a great mom, but a lot of men don't even get that love from their mom, and that's a lot of men. A lot of times, a lot of men, that's the only person who showed them that kind of love. And some men don't even get that. Some men, they mama can't stand them.
Discernment is the ability to make good
boys.
judgments. So that means that, one, you maybe chose the wrong man, right? So if you didn't choose the wrong man, maybe you wouldn't have broken up with him.
How was I supposed to know that that was the wrong man? He was showing no signs of that he was the
do
wrong
you shop
man.
on Amazon?
Right. I look at reviews.
You look at the Google reviews?
I do all day.
When you talk to men, look at the Google reviews.
But I do.
Okay, explain to me what the Google reviews are. No, explain to me what Google reviews are.
I look at pictures on Google. I look at
I'm
pictures
talking about
on
in the
Google
man.
and Amazon. In a man,
It's just walk with me here, mama.
Metaphor.
It's a metaphor, right? So we got a relationship, and then we got Amazon when you're purchasing. So women, y'all saying that, well, men are very secretive, meaning that they put up a facade. So they
Look, I never thought of this, but until right now, but that's some bullshit. And when women start saying that, I'm gonna start calling them out on that bullshit, because you telling me for 6 months, for a year, for 2-3 years, this man was able to trick you, pull a wool over your head, but now he can't. You don't let shit get by. See, the real problem is that you were so head over heels for this dude. You were so smitten over this dude that you saw nothing wrong with what he did. Even though the red flags were there, you just looked past him because oh my God, because whatever it was, because he was tall, because he was dark, because he was handsome, you loved his dreads, you loved his smile, whatever, you loved his ways, whatever you loved about him. It just made you see past all the red flags and all shit. If a woman like a man enough, she will paint his red flags green. She don't give a fuck. They'll be as green as this hat. Look, women only make rules for men they don't like. And those same rules they make for men they don't like, they break those rules for the men that they do like. Real spiel. So yeah, all that he tricked me, he was this one person, then he this other person. Like, no, you were just smitten and you were just head over heels and you didn't give a fuck what he did because everything was green, everything was right in your eyes, and that's a character flaw. That you can't see the bullshit from a mile away.
These things,
but don't get me wrong. Men, when they boys, like when they first love, that's how we be. But then after that heartbreak and, shit like that, and our eyes are open, then that's when who hurt you? No, I'm just not falling for the bullshit. You want me to act like a woman. You want me to be easy to fall for the bullshit like you are. That's why these women are talking about, yeah, they manipulated us and they was one person, but then they was this, that. No, they was that one. They was that same person the whole time. You just didn't see it because you didn't want to see it.
That this type of guy, but when we're in a relationship, they're not that type of guy. So now the metaphor is when you're on Amazon, when you're about to buy a package, about to buy an item, let me look at the Google reviews before you purchase this item. So when you purchase it, when you give up sex, you're going to get exactly what was promised. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying that Google reviews in a man would be a multitude of things. You got to stop looking at prioritizing feelings and you got to prioritize reality. Women fall in love with their ears. Stop letting niggas raise you up. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So this would be something in a sense, look at his actions, what he does, instead of what he says. Look for the incongruencies, which you naturally always do. You're very good. All of you women are very good with your memory. If a guy says one thing here, you're like, you said something different before. I know you said it. Don't try to gaslight me. And sometimes the nigga just forgot himself, but you remember because y'all freaking good at listening. So you know. But these are the little things, your social skills that you need to use, which is called Google reviews to assess if he is a good man. If you're buying the product that you really want.
Google reviews, those are people with their own opinions writing stuff. But they got a great thing, they're gonna...
What? You ain't get the analogy.
It's a metaphor.
It is a metaphor and I get
Basically what he's saying is like, you women don't take time
even when
to
you
get to know
test
the
the
guy.
men.
Hold on, no. You women are moving way too fast. You're not taking...
Moving way too fast. Look. If you go out on a date with a dude, and his phone is turned upside down, yeah, he probably got chicks on the floor. Look at the phone now. If he had to get up, hey, yeah, I got to take this call, walk away. Yeah, he's probably in a relationship. And his girl calling him to see where he at and what he doing. And he got to step away and talk to her and come up with a lie. Telltale signs. But if you actually gave a fuck, and if this was a man who you like, I don't really care, what he doing or what he don't doing, then you will see the signs. You'll peep the signs. But like I said, y'all be smitten and whatever.
If you text the man, what you want? You want a leader, right? Okay, so if you text the man and if he can't plan a date, he's asking you what you want to do. He's like,
but
whatever
you're telling us to settle. You're making no sense. You're telling us to settle.
No, how am I telling you to settle?
So if I'm testing a man and he's not what I want, okay, let's go back to this.
You don't settle.
But you're telling us that we have to stay.
No, what we're saying is...
You're telling me that I am a single mom because I didn't settle and I didn't stay and I didn't put up with it.
That's not what you're saying.
No, I'm saying if
I
you
didn't
would have...
choose the right man.
No, baby, you skipping a step ahead. Manipulation happens when you focus on the effects instead of getting to the cause. The cause is you chose the wrong man, right? That's the cause. So we're speaking about how to choose a better man, how to have discernment. Well, first you want to be the best self. You want to be your best self so you can attract better men, so you can attract more quality men. Right. So maybe the truth was you attracted exactly what you deserved because maybe you wasn't your best self.
Perfect.
So it's like, God dang, you're a single mother because you made the wrong choices. So it's on you. You get it? Like
I said before, women move too fast.
Agree.
Y'all don't take the time to fully get to know somebody. Texting somebody all damn day, that don't mean shit. You got it.
Definitely don't mean shit. A dude can play a role just like a woman can play a role. I remember I was watching one video and the chick was like, me and him been together for 3 years. If he don't ask me to marry him now, then we're leaving. Then I'm leaving him. Like, wouldn't be moving way too fast, Shit, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that 3 years is not enough time to know somebody enough to know if you want to marry them. But shit, let that man ask you when he ready.
With a person to really know how they are multiple times. I can text a girl all day and say, I'm the king of Israel. Who knows?
I love being text buddies.
It's so easy
Link
to
with
lie and
homie.
betray yourself as somebody through text, but once you see them in person, it's easy to tell when somebody. You women are great at telling when a guy is not confident and when he's lying.
And your men are great at lying.
Because you fall in love with your ears, so you have to look at what he does, not what he says. Men, let's just flip it. Men fall in love with our eyes.
Us men are not that good at lying. Like I said, when you've been with a dude for 5, 10 years and he lying and shit don't add up and 1 + 1 ain't equaling 2, you able to snuff that shit out. But when
we see the wagon, dang, shorty got the wagon there. Like, really, just everything else goes out the window. She could be talking crazy sometimes, but it's the wagon there. I want it. I gotta have it. I need it. So it's the same thing. We gotta kind of like put a blindfold over our eyes so we can really assess the woman and see how she's moving and kind of listen to the woman. You get what I'm saying? So we have to use our ears almost instead of our eyes. It's different for y'all. You have to use your eyes and see how he's moving instead of your ears.
Got
Makes
it.
sense? Because niggas lie. They gonna lie to you. We not trying to lie to y'all because
So it's
we
our
not
fault
trying to
that
hit.
they lied to us and we fall for it. It's our fault.
Yes.
Exactly.
100%.
Yes.
I mean, the blame.
100%, because there's other women that he lied to, but they just wasn't going for it. They wasn't falling for it. Like, nah, nigga, you not really that. You don't got this. You don't got that. You're not a good man. You don't have good qualities. I don't see myself starting a family with you. I don't see myself spending the rest of my life with you. It's women that he tried that same shit with, and they didn't go. But you did. So, yes, that's on you. Like, it's people that scam, you know? And it's people that like, this is a scam. I ain't falling for this shit. And then there's other people who get scammed. Yes, that's on you. You fell for that bullshit. You couldn't see through that bullshit. You're victim blaming. Well, shit, if we started victim blaming more, probably less people would be victims.
On them,
No.
but it is your fault. You have to take accountability.
Temptation.
The one that has to take accountability is the one lying.
But if you purchase like.
It goes vice versa for men. If I'm talking to somebody and she ends up being
Your
crazy.
accountability is bigger because you're doing it and you're aware that you're doing it. The person that's getting it done too, they have you're
But
aware.
people's true colors shows
That get
through
me hot.
time. It's the whole point of this. People's true colors show out through time, and if you just be patient enough and not rush the relationship and or sex, you will see through time that he's not what he says
And then
he
waste
is,
your
or
time.
she's not who she says he is. It goes for men also. If I choose to date you and I find out that you're crazy and you stabbed your last 3 boyfriends, that's my fault for not taking the time and do my Google research.
And this is the thing. We talk about single moms, right? Yeah. What like we could talk about. We talked about men. Now let me just flip it on y'all. This is why we tell guys.
Yeah, what about
like,
a single dad? Like,
well, a single dad is different. Because when you come into that relationship as a single dad and versus a single mom, you're not coming in there, expected to provide for his kids. So, but when we come into a relationship with a single mom, at some point in time,
Definitely different. When you come into a relationship as a single dad, you're not expected to provide. You're not expecting the mother, if she's a single mother or just a single woman, you're not expecting her to provide, protect, and lead your child and also be responsible for your child. But as a single mother, eventually, no matter if the man is a single dad or not a single dad, eventually you're going to expect that man to provide, protect, lead, and be responsible for your child as if it was his own child. And if he's not, then he's not a real man. And if he don't feel that way or that strongly about your child like you do, some women will leave. A chick said, I think it was either her fiance. I don't think it was her husband, but I think it was her fiance. It possibly could have been her husband. But I remember seeing a video where she said she asked her. No, I think it was her husband. She said she asked her husband, and the child wasn't his. I think they had a kid or two, that was theirs. But she asked her husband, like, if if me and my son was drowning and you could only save one of us, who would you save? And he said, I would save you. And she's like, you wouldn't save my son? Yeah. Then he's like, no. And she's like, why? And he said, because I love your son because I love you. I love you. So I'm going to save you. And I think, like, I don't know if they got divorced, but I think, like, if I'm not mistaken, they, like, got separated from that shit. Like, living into different houses. He go stay in a motel and she staying at the house because of that. Like, women expect you to be full-fledged, 100% nosedive in when they have a child and y'all are serious. And like a woman, she can be lukewarm, she can be hot, cold, she can be in or out. You know, today I feel like being a mom. You know, I'm going to show your kid love, attention, emotion. Today I don't feel like, get that little motherfucker away from me. You know, with a man, you got to be a man 24/7. You got to be a father 24/7. At any given time, you need to provide, protect, lead, be responsible for that kid at any given time.
If the
It's literally vital, life or death situation.
relationship grows, we are expected. You will expect us to provide for your
Financially,
kids.
but not
For
emotionally.
your kid.
Yeah, but nurture isn't tangible. We
Right.
need to actually give something tangible to the kid. So meaning that you have more baggage, that we need more money, more finances, something tangible that we need to give. Nurturing is natural.
It's free.
That's
Yeah.
free. You nurturing.
I can do
Oh,
that all
I
day.
love you. I love you, little Peter. Good game,
The
Peter.
time that you're spending on it, that you're investing in that child.
Well, yeah, that's nurturing. That's there too.
Same thing.
But
Time is
both
money.
parties have to. Yeah, I mean, both parties have to do that as far as spending time, maybe. But the man, it's the man has bigger stake if he chooses to date a single mother and take her seriously because she comes with kids. Now, a man that has kids, it's much different. Now, a man that has kids and a woman that has kids, okay, that's a mixed family. It's like, okay, y'all both coming in with baggage. But a man that doesn't have no kids shouldn't look a single mom's way.
Yeah.
So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to